721 Drama Queen to the penalty box. 727 Fluttershy hanging out in the penalty box as well. Jukebox picking up for Santa Cruz.
Jukebox making another pass. Bean pop to the out from the in. Nice and smooth. Great pass.
And we have a star pass to Modzilla. Modzilla, number 132 of Mob City Misfits.
Jukebox making that jam 11-0. Basically opposite of the previous. So rewind, 2 jams. That jam number 7 was scary. Do you know why it's so scary? I just heard this.
Why is it scary?
Because 7, 8, 9.
All right, Draco Malfoy out as your lead jammer in jam number 9. We got a pile up there as Draco crashes into Mob City Misfit blockers. Mob City blockers holding.
That is a heavy star cap, needing to get some relief on that and working on that for Mob.
Mob recycling Draco, number 15, Bella Bomblette. Draco sent to the penalty box for a track cut.
And Fox McCloud has passed that star off. Looks like we now have jamming for Mod 828. Lunar coming up, wanting to grab some points. Nice and smooth all the way through, but my goodness, Freaky Fridays with their reforming up in front, so close.
Number 96, Liver Alone, trying to hold back Draco Malfoy. Draco jumping back onto the track and picking up another 4 points.
One of the things I noticed from yesterday with the 8 charter of Santa Cruz, and I'm seeing it as well with the Freaky Fridays, the bridge work, like instant bridge work. I don't even think the no pack got fully called out, and that the Freaky Friday blocker like jumped right into the bridge spot, and their bridges were solidly 8-9 feet, keeping that pack together for their own capitalization on that. Number 1 jamming for Freaky Friday, Striker Lightning, and for lead, who's that, Michelle?
That's number 99, Slam Punk.
So we got a strike and a slam.
Or, yes, a strike and a slam.
All right.
Or Punk Lightning, or Lightning Punk.
Or Punk Lightning, Lightning Punk. All right.
All right.
So, Slam Punk.
Pack's on a move. There
right.
you see that blocker tripod. There's some help there from Fox McCloud.
Lateral tracking one-on-one is looking real good, both teams.
Number 98, Helen of Destroy, trying to push out Slam Punk there. Helen of Destroy and Hunter S. Stompton pinching their butts together. Reading through the remaining Santa Cruz players that we did not call out yet. We've got 4 Haydenator, number 55 Horace, number 65 Grizzly Bear, 676 Hunter S. Stompton, 737 Draco Malfoy, 74 Wheeler, 81 Medusa, 96 Goldie Blocks, and Maya Sora looking for an opening. 444 Haydenator also looking for that opening. Haydenator recycled.
All right, Maya is working on, well, it was the front wall, now the back wall.
Santa Cruz losing their pivot Brawly Pops to the penalty box.
Looks like both jammers, we don't have a lead yet. We are about 40 seconds in, and Haydenator finally picks up that lead jam position. Maya not too far behind now. Haydenator gonna call it off with a couple of points on that, picks up 2.
Picking up on the skater call-off, going back to Santa Cruz, we've got number 98 Helen of Destroy and number 99 Brawly Pops. Also in Freaky Fridays, we've got 149 Zombie, number 3 V-Rex, number 6 Fiona Fierce, and number 69 Helby. And we are in a team timeout. We're going to take this break in our action to shout out to one of our sponsors, Mark Atkinson Real Estate. Looking to buy or sell real estate in the near future? Skate into your new home with our very own Bubbles, aka Jennifer LaBoff, with Mark Atkinson Real Estate Inc. Right, in jam number 11, we've got number 60 Thunder Bunny, jamming from Mob City, and Juke Blocks, number 3754, out of Santa Cruz Freaky Fridays. Juke Blocks recycled by Fox McClout.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I was messing up Thunder Bunny's name earlier. It's all the ponytail in the back. Can't see the number. But, oh, look at the direction changes. Freaky Fridays jammer gets up to that wall, but hits a solid wall. Backs off a little bit and then calls it.
Your coaches this morning from Santa Cruz are Crom Bomb, Queen Lagrifa, F-Bomb, and Bear. Your coaches from Mob City are MF Shaz, Eva Derchi, Bombshell, and Curian. Bruce Wayne's got his hand up. We're starting jam number 13.
Nice and smooth transition, hockey stop transition by Freaky Fridays jammer to get around the inside easily. Mob's working on trying to get around that out of play in the back.
Slam Punk, big recycle by Medusa, number 81.
Nice star pass to number 9. They might have picked up. Yep, they did. They got a point to Freaky Fridays 4 on that pass.
And it is anyone's game here. 10 minutes into Derby, or almost 10 minutes into Derby. Got 24 Mob City, 48 Santa Cruz. For those of you watching online, come on down. It is a beautiful day here in Salem, Oregon, here at the Madhouse. number 911, Makeda jamming for Mob City. And Horace looking for an opening for Santa Cruz. Pile up there with Aces Wild.
And Horace does not get lead. There was a no pass, no penalty. You see the awesome little ref finger moves going back and forth. That means no pass, no penalty. You cannot get lead on a no pass, no penalty. That happens when you get hit out or hit down and out of play or out of bounds, basically, by a blocker, and then the blocker goes out as well. If the jammer doesn't come back in and behind that blocker that hit him out, it's not a cut, but you still can't get credit for those hips.
I appreciate the explanation, and I'm sure our audience does as well, Tiny Tank. Where, if we wanted to look up the rules, could we find them?
I would think you could probably just go to the Wooftada website. Or as some people say, Woofta. I'm old school, so I still say Wooftada.
All right, Horace picking up another 4 points for Santa Cruz. It appears to be a star pass to Modzilla. Modzilla pushed out by number 96, Goldie Blocks. Goldie Blocks sent to the penalty box.
For a forearm call, as last line of defense, a little bit of a forearm push out called by the ref on the inside. Horace taking the tiniest little spots on the lines and trying to eke their way through there. Unfortunately for them, Mob was just recycling very well in that jam around them. Okay, Thunder Bunny versus Juke Blocks. Mob with a slight blocker advantage on this one.
I love these clever names the skaters come up with.
Oh yeah. I like the food names. Those ones are my favorite, honestly. That is gonna be a cut, a non-initiator. Looks like a non-initiator went back and drew that cut on Mob Jammer. It's good. I don't remember the name. All right, looks like Goldie Blocks is back in, gonna cause some more damage and help their jammer out.
Aces Wild also back in from Mob City.
I feel like I'm gonna mess up most of these names. I've already done a few this morning, but I've been...
Fluttershy recycled Juke Blocks. Juke Blocks finding that opening. Shutterfly with an assist, trying to assist.
Looking for a pivot. Goldie Blocks already sitting on top of, we call that babysitting. Sitting on top of that pivot. Fun thing about when you have a pivot out there ready to take a star.
Number 81 holding back number 9. Black Hole. Star pass achieved there at the end. Santa Cruz calling off jam number 14.
Number 30 on the line, Maya Sora for Mob, and 737 Freaking Fridays. That's going to be Draco Malfoy.
Draco finding an opening on the inside.
Like Draco coming up for another pass, slams right into the center of people, knocking him over. Now popping out up front, looks like Pack is going to be up there. Maya Sora looking for some help.
You know, as an announcer, I have to say I appreciate the bold lettering that I can see on the back of the skaters' jerseys. Oftentimes, we call what the jammer is doing, and we're unable to see the blocker's numbers. But because
Well, like the jammers are either moving towards us or moving away from us, so we can see those clear as day. Those blockers are all over the place, just causing all sorts of havoc, chaos, and damage, which is exactly what most jammers want.
I just love it that I don't have like a whole mop of hair blocking their numbers. Makes it so much easier to see who's doing what.
Who's on base? I gotta tell ya, having a big number 1 striker lightning, just the number 1.
We got number 1 and number 99.
That's super clear and easy to see. 99, stuck in the back. That's Brawly Pop, looking for help, but losing some blockers to the penalty box.
Oh, number 99 is Slam Punk for Mob City with the star pass over to number 9, Black Hole.
See, I told you I was going to mess up the names.
It's okay. So 1 through 9 now.
So many names. I'm too busy watching Derby. Nice. Star Pass finally able to get out on that number 9 for the initial.
You know what's great about being an announcer is like what we say isn't necessarily how it goes. How it goes is determined by our officials.
We love our officials. And speaking about them, let's give our officials a big shout out. All the officials, good job, crowd. A big shout out to all the officials, skating and non-skating, and all the other volunteers that are here today and all weekend on and off the track. Cherry City Roller Derby is a nonprofit organization. All the officials here this weekend are here by volunteer. They're not getting paid. We can't do this game without them, so as much appreciation as we can give them, that's what we try to do.
Number 96, Goldie Blocks, pushed out there as lead jammer. She was turning around the corner by Goldie Blocks.
Yeah. Forced call off on that one. Thunder Bunny on the line for Mob, but out already. 37:57 or 37:54. That's Juke Blocks. Oh, gonna take that inside line, test it out, testing the waters. Decided to take the outside because that was a nice bigger spot there. Fox trying to play some O for their jammer. Didn't quite work out. Black Hole going to the penalty box. Juke Blocks coming up for another pass. We call that a bait to the out. All the offense is able to smash people that commit to that outside where the jammer was, so the jammer can just cut right back in. One mob floater, though, stayed up top, able to catch him and hold for just a few more seconds. Black Hole is going to be back in this jam as well for Mob Jammer. 7:37, Draco Malfoy for Freaky Fridays.
We've got less than a minute and a half in our first half.
Ooh, Bean Pop. I don't know where the time went, Michelle. I feel like I just got here. Good thing about that is we're going to have Derby all day today. Looks like Black Hole going the wrong direction at the moment. Trying to work their way forward.
Number 132, Modzilla pivot for Mob City, trying to assist in breaking up the blocker wall out of Santa Cruz.
They really have their eyeballs on that pivot, ready to shut that down, babysitting. Wow, Draco up and underneath. That was a low blocker too. Still got up and underneath, gave nothing but back, nothing to hit.
And a star pass over to Modzilla.
Looks like the Mob Jammer got hit by one of the Freaky Friday skaters right into the back of their own skater. So that actually doesn't have, the impact didn't come from the Mob skater because they were hit by another skater into that player. So not comfortable though. End of period one, we are looking at Santa Cruz 125, Mob at 27.
Got a 15-minute intermission. It's a great time to pick up some coffee. Got a coffee truck outside.
We got
Yummy.
coffee and snacks. So during intermission, please keep in mind that our bathroom space is limited. So give priority to skaters and officials, please. And if you do need to use the restroom and it's an emergency and there is a line of people with skates or officialing uniforms, there are porta potties outside, so you can head to those.
Right, we've got 2 minutes and 22 seconds until we get back into Derby. It's still a great time to go pick up some coffee from Tom's Traveling Coffee, or you can visit our junior snack shop toward the entrance of the arena. If you haven't had breakfast yet, now's a great time to place an order at Oh So Cheesy. That smell of bacon wafting into the arena is divine. Our teams are now lining up for a gear check. Here at the Madhouse, 2 key things to keep in mind: be safe, have fun. Can't have fun unless you're safe. I'm your announcer, Smacchiavelli, here with Tiny Tank on the microphone.
Good morning, Derby peeps. Oh, wow, that was really loud. I could almost not even hear myself after that. We are getting ready, 20 seconds to Derby. While we're waiting for that, let's talk about some sponsors. Willamette Legacy Law, expert estate planning for every move. Roll with confidence. Craft your estate plan with precision. That is Willamette Legacy Law.
And that whistle means we are in our second half. Playing in our first game this morning on Sunday, May 24th, we have Mob City Misfits all the way from Everett, Washington, and Freaky Fridays from Santa Cruz, California. Slam Punk number 99 being recycled by number 81, Medusa. Draco Malfoy sent to the penalty box for a track cut.
I do believe that was potentially cutting 2 of their own skaters. As the other jammer, opposing jammer, got hit out, they went to go bridge back, so they went back while Draco was jumping in. Unfortunately, I believe that forced the cut call on their own.
Slam passing the Santa Cruz blockers, picking up 4 points for Mob City.
Oh, sorry. You can have it wherever. I just can't.
And on the inside, Slam Punk picking up another 4 points for Mob. Hey, Tiny Tank, do you know how many miles there are between Everett, Washington and Santa Cruz, California?
I would guesstimate, I don't know, I'm from Alaska, driving to Oregon. Okay, I'm gonna go 1,300 miles.
That's a good guess.
That's just a, absolute guess. Do you know the answer?
I do, but I think maybe I'll just keep this as a little trivia question. We'll see if our audience can figure it out or guesstimate without looking at an online map system.
That's not going to happen. Everyone's already got their Google up. If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Mob City picking up 18 points in the first jam of our second half.
Jam 1, period 2.
Mob City making the most of that intermission.
feel like maybe they had a little discussion. Number 1, Striker Lightning with lead jammer. Patience was key on that one. Round the outside. Sometimes, Michelle, it takes me, I actually have to think about not breaking into song while I'm talking.
I think breaking in song would be wonderful.
Well, you know, there's a conscious effort happening. Y'all don't want me to sing random jingles, trust me.
Myosaurus picking that panty up off the ground. Myosaurus trying to push through the Santa Cruz blockers. Myosaurus straight into number 96 Goldie blocks.
Getting a high block.
Goldie blocks in the penalty box for a high block.
And an additional penalty. I remember when sitting for an entire minute was the standard. And let me tell you, 30 seconds seems like forever when you're sitting in the penalty box.
Maya recycled by 6'7" Hunter S. Stompton. Maya being held back by number 21, Drama Queen. And we have a star pass to number 88, Scariot.
Is this the first time they've taken a star pass or jammed? I totally missed that. So, yeah, I can't see through some of the hair like you were talking about, too. I feel like I would have remembered that.
We've got an official timeout. And we'd like to give a shout out to all of our officials skating and non-skating. Your head official this morning is Bruce Wayne. Joining them is Wamdoff, Cersei, Flip, Dr. Boom, Punky Bruiser, Babe, Mortal Comcat, Q, I Call Shenanigans, Unholy Roller, Doesn't Matter, Arson Crafts, Jump Cut, Radar, and Space Racer.
I just tried to drink my coffee from a straw that wasn't there. That's how early it is. That's how dedicated everybody in the Madhouse is right now. It is early and everyone is here watching and playing and officiating, volunteering for roller derby at this ungodly hour on a Sunday. So while we are waiting for this official timeout, I'd like to remind everybody we do have a coffee truck outside. So if you're parched or if you need a little snacky snack, we do have a snack table at the back as well. All the proceeds from that go directly to our Cherry City Juniors program. You'll be seeing the Blossoms skate a little bit later. So if you go buy merch or stuff, snacks from the Blossoms snack table merch shop, that actually helps them to be able to travel and do derby things.
Speaking of travel, Mob City Misfits from Everett, Washington traveled about 248 miles from the tippy top of Washington all the way down here to Salem, Oregon. Meeting in the middle from Santa Cruz, California. Santa Cruz traveling about 650 miles to Salem, Oregon.
Okay, so I was about 300 miles off. We're looking at about 900 miles almost. Thunder Bunny gets lead jam from Mob out in front. It gets passed by Freaky Fridays, number 34. That's Zaria. Thunder Bunny hit down and decides not gonna let them pass again. 4 points Santa Cruz, 2 points Mob on that jam. So it was what, 895 miles, and I said 1,300. Yeah, I was about 400 miles off. You know, two-thirds.
If you're coming from side trips.
Well, you know.
Maybe some of our skaters.
I was gonna say maybe they, you know, if they stopped off in Reno or whatever, I would have been right. No, maybe. Good thing I don't draw maps. 37:54, Juke Blocks, lead jammer, Freaky Fridays. Fox McLeod working their way through the Freaky Friday wall, coming up for a pass, but no points. They were ready for that jump too. Shut down. All right, 7:37 on the line. Draco Malfoy.
911 Makeda jamming for Mob City. Makeda standing up after being pushed around there.
Draco. Nice, like, direction change, little hoppity hop on the outside. I thought he was out, but he got shut down up top.
Liver alone.
Makeda has lead. Oh, sliding right around all those backs just to get reset upon. But it looks like Mob is going to have a little bit of a penalty box struggle. We've got two in the box, one in the queue that should be going to the box. They're waiting to get called, I'm sure. The one in the queue literally went to the box, got turned away because there was already two people sitting. Got turned away. As soon as they turned around and got back on the track, somebody was standing. Got an official review, or timeout, official timeout. Had to fix my readers. I'm trying to watch Derby, but having to read papers as well. When you get to be my age, that's kind of what happens. All right, we are getting back to Derby. Number 55, Horace
Horace jamming for Santa Cruz, and number 99 Slam Punk on the line for Mob City. Horace breaking out as your lead jammer as Slam Punk is recycled by 676 Hunter S. Stompton.
That's the case ever. That was a big call. But this case is, yeah,
All right, both blockers that were in the penalty box are back on track. Both
everyone looks to be fairly dialed in now. Shutting it down. Let's see if Mob can send a little bit of help to their jammer. But Horace is back. So not a lot of time to do the help.
And we have a star pass over to Scariot. Scariot for the initial pass, picking up 4 points before Horace calls the end of that jam.
Freaky Fridays were locked down on their blocker goat, trying to get their jammer to be able to get some easy no-pack points. Unfortunately for them, the Mob jammer was coming around silently, picked up all 4 of those points. Haydenator in the back against that Mob wall. What's happening up front, Michelle?
Thunder Bunny looking for a way around and finding an opening. Thunder Bunny out as your lead. Oh, that was a track cut by Thunder Bunny. Thunder Bunny headed toward the penalty box.
Super close, almost. I think their offense was coming up to help them too. I don't know. I'm too short to see what happened over on that corner. Haydenator coming around for another pass, looking for points. Looking for him on that outside. Can't find him over there. Gonna switch it up a little bit. There we go, right in the middle.
Haydenator recycled.
Going to the back of everyone. Tripped by their own. This happens.
Haydenator picking up 4 points. Calling Jam 7. That was Jam 6. Lining up for Jam 7 now. We've got number 96, Liver Alone. And 3754, Juke Blocks.
Juke Blocks. Do you think they even get tired? I feel like Juke Blocks has been out on the track doing all these laps and still going. Oh, to be young again. Nice. So they're pushing into people to get them to commit, but those hips were not ever committed to that seam. So Juke Blocks is able to like get their hips around people and just spin and go.
And Mob City's lost their jammer to the penalty box, giving Santa Cruz a power jam in jam number 8.
Fox McLeod with that hit out and a drawback, and now Mob is trying to lock down on that jammer. Eking through on the tiniest little outside hole there.
211 Slayer and number 88 Scariot trying to hold back Juke Blocks. Juke Blocks finding that opening for another 4 points.
Number 74, we're just gonna call them Sniper for right now till I can find their name, but that's Wheeler just completely snipered that Mob Jammer on that inside line. Looked like a nice, big, clear spot, but then there they were.
Scary it. Trying to hold that line.
We've got 16 minutes left of the second period. Santa Cruz is sitting at 199 points. Mob is at 55. Great game. Like, I believe this is definitely just kind of a blockers game. Freaky Friday's blockers are just able to hold down the Mob Jammers. I'm pretty sure these Jammers are not used to that level of walls on a regular, because they're pretty jukey themselves, able to jump, hop, spin, all the things, and make easy looking work of it, but not with these walls. Oh, yeah. So while we're waiting, let's talk about the track awareness. Please pay attention to the track monitors, and if you are a spectator, don't be walking across the track during gameplay. Wait for in between jams when a track monitor has a little sign that says go. That's for your safety and the safety of our officials, because that is their lane during gameplay. Freaky Fridays losing number 81 Medusa to the penalty box on a high block. That does allow Mob Jammer to get through for lead.
Slam Punk around for the initial pass, looking to pick up some points. Slam breaking through that formidable Santa Cruz blocker tripod.
Fluttershy with that drawback. At least killing a little bit of time. So that Jammer 99 can get some extra points before they get back around.
Slam Punk skating right around Striker Lightning, picking up 4 more points, calling the end of jam number 9. It is certainly a beautiful Sunday here in Salem, Oregon, and for those of you who might have the sniffles, our pollen count is rather high today. Do you know what the pollen count is today, Tiny Tank?
You know, I wouldn't even know what number range to give that, because that, for some reason, that's not something I pay attention to, which is weird because my allergies are killing me. But hey, I don't have to breathe like these guys do. Look at these skaters on the track. They are moving and hustling.
Got Makeda looking to break through that blocker wall from Santa Cruz. And Horace out as your lead jammer. Horace looking to pick up points. Also being blocked by Fox McClout, and in the red helmet, number 211 Slayer. Horace finding their way past the Mob City blockers.
Fox with the hit out drop back. We've seen that a couple of times this jam already.
Horace picking up 4 points for Santa Cruz.
101 trying to throw in some quick offense. Aces, Wild, trying to throw some offense in there. Did get their jammer past a couple of people, but unfortunately there's still some left that keep drawing back Makeda.
And that is the end of jam number 10. All right, our pollen count today here in Salem, Oregon is moderate at 107 grains per cubic meter of air.
I would have to disagree with the moderate, but okay.
Well, the grass pollen is high, so for those of you who have grass pollen allergies, today is not a fun day.
That's not just high, that is very high, and it's awful. All right, let's watch Derby. What is happening?
We got Maya Sora back in for Mob City.
Unfortunately, as I watched that, Pack was front, but then
Zaria out as lead jammer.
Yeah, so while it's front, then you go to bridge for the other team.
We do have a star pass to number 9. Number 9, Black Hole, picking up that star pass before Santa Cruz called the end of that jam.
Timeout ball. All right, sometimes you gotta just take a timeout, get everybody to calm down a little bit, or give everybody a breather, who knows. But each team has 3 timeouts to use, plus an official review every period, each period. At least one official review. If they win, if they do an official review and then they win, they get to keep it, but only once. So maximum of 2 official reviews per period if they win the first one. Sometimes when people need a lot of breaks and they use a lot of their timeouts, they will, towards the end of a period, just go ahead and use that official review as a timeout, because it's a use it or lose it anyways, unlike the actual timeouts, but you get 3 games.
Here at the Madhouse, our Petal to the Metal tournament, we're so pleased that we have teams coming up from Santa Cruz, California, and down from Everett, Washington. We want to give a shout out to the parents, both present and non-present, for supporting your skaters. And we are now back to Derby in jam number 12. We got Jukebox number 3754 out as your lead jammer. Number 99, Slam Punk, jamming for Mob City.
Slam Punk fakes out a star pass and then takes the big hole that was left open on the outside. That's why we take the star off to begin with, because as soon as that star came off, everybody honed in on the pivot. And that left the jammer less resistance to be able to finally get through that wall that was so harsh. Thunder Bunny skating for Mob. I think that's Horace, right? No, 737.
That's Draco Malfoy.
Draco. Nice little hop on the outside, spin move. You don't have to land skating forward, right? Do what I want.
We got a star pass over to Scariot, number 88. And Draco calling off jam number 13. Fun fact, Salem, Oregon is the state capital of Oregon. Just south of Salem, Oregon is Albany. Lynn County is the grass seed capital of the nation. So if you enjoy golf, grass seed is probably coming out of Lynn County. And for those of you here suffering with grass seed allergies, you can thank the golfers. You can come over and support roller derby because we don't need grass. We don't need no grass here.
Yeah, it's just south of us, which is funny because that's where I live. So that's probably why I'm so miserable. As I got to wake up to that grass seed pollen count. Oh, now we got Horace out there working against a 4-wall versus Fox McCloud jamming for Mob. He did have a 3-wall, then he had a 4-wall.
Fox McCloud juking around number 21 Drama Queen and looking for an opening past Goldie Blocks. Goldie Blocks recycling Fox.
Goldie Blocks shutting that down and drawing back. Still fighting to get through.
Fox McCloud calling the end of that jam.
Fox
After
McCloud got
picking up-
so locked in there, it was hard to even do the call off.
Picking up 4 points for Mob City.
All right, we got 30 on the line. Maya Sora for Mob. 444, Haydenator.
Haydenator recycled by 727 Fluttershy.
And now Twilight with a nice hit out draw back. Got to get back up to their wall though, or Haydenator's going to capitalize on that. They are quick on their skates. Maya getting a little bit of from 132.
Still looking for a lead jammer here. Our blockers on both teams doing a great job. Haydenator breaking out as lead jammer, fighting a way past the Mob City blockers.
40 seconds before we got lead. Both walls doing their job and well.
Haydenator spinning out of that Mob City wall.
Maya Soros, after that long fight, gets out and does not slow down.
You know what we do have here in Salem, Oregon that does not cause very many allergies? Are cherry blossoms.
Oh, yes. Yes, we do. I have those on my arm even. Why do you think I have them on my arm?
They're beautiful.
Well, yeah, they are beautiful. I actually had cherry blossoms tattooed way before my kid became one.
Our cherry blossom trees here in Salem, Oregon were a gift from Japan. And they line our beautiful Capitol Mall. Be sure to stop by and check them out before you leave. They're not in bloom right now. What is going on is Juke Blocks is our lead jammer in Jam 18.
All right, jammers are both fighting it out right now. We do have a lead though, Juke Blocks working on trying to get some points on the board. Gonna bridge back for on the straightaway Juke Blocks. Looks like there was a star pass as well. But 88.
Number
keeps
99,
getting sent-
Slam Punk, trying to hold back Juke Blocks. Juke Blocks skating past him.
Oh no. I'm just watching. I'm trying to. I wasn't even talking at that point. Okay, this.
All right, we no longer have a lead jammer. This jam is going for the full 2.5 minutes. We've got less than 5 minutes left in Derby.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's only 15 seconds left of this jam.
Scariot looking to move past the blockers from Santa Cruz, and that is the end of jam number 16. The cherry blossoms on the Capitol Mall are not in bloom, but our cherry blossoms here are always in bloom. We've got
Thunder Bunny on the line for Mob City. Jukebox is still going to be out on this jam, even after all that awesome work they did for that last jam. Probably still has gas in the tank, though, because they're young and spry.
Power Bunny with a power start. Jukebox returning.
There goes Jukebox. Gets hit out and drawn back, but not before getting lead.
And Thunder Bunny.
A nice hit shrug off. Landed the blocker on the floor, and the jammer, Thunder Bunny, out on initial.
You've got official inconsistency.
Thunder Bunny getting through that first pass for 4, making fairly easy work of that outside. Jukebox making the call off before Thunder Bunny can get any more points. Probably trying to get at least one more blocker out of the penalty box before making that call off. You never want to start with 2 blockers. That would be awful for the jammer.
All right, we've got Fox McCloud and Draco Malfoy jamming in jam number 18.
Fox McCloud pushing their way through for lead jammer. How many points? How many points?
Fox McCloud on the outside and backward, picking up 4 points, calling the end of jam number 18.
All right, picking up all them points before Santa Cruz can pick up any more for that jam. We are under 2 minutes, Michelle. Unlike football, although roller derby is quite like football, but on roller skates. Unlike football, once you get to 2 minutes, it doesn't automatically just stop the clock for you. That clock is still rolling. Right, we got Striker Lightning pushing forward as jammer for Freaky Fridays. Number 99 for Mob City, that is Slam Punk. Slam Punk just having a tough time with that 1 wall, 2 wall, 3 wall as they recycle and reform. Bridge back and back to forward again. All right, we got Mob City. Great 2 wall work against Striker Lightning. Somehow forcing a call. I believe that was a head block. This will go the full 2 minutes.
With no lead jammer, full 2 minutes and a star pass over to number 9, Black Hole. This pack is moving fast, trying to keep ahead of that jammer.
Every time I hear that name, I just want to start singing some Soundgarden. But I won't do that. I won't do that to you.
Being, blocked there by Medusa.
Great wall work. Got some bridges happening. Looks like a mob blocker going to the penalty box, but only for 9 seconds, so.
Apex jump by Striker Lightning.
And that's going to be the unofficial game Unofficially, we have, wait for it, unofficially, Santa Cruz 243 and Mob City is 80.
Let's hear it for Mob City from Everett, Washington.
I feel like our crowd can cheer a little bit better for Mob City than that because I see a lot of green in that crowd.
Mob City from Everett, Washington.
I thought so. Let's hear it for Santa Cruz Freaky Fridays. Let's hear it for Roller Derby. Oh, wow. All right.
Stick around for MVP awards, and up next, starting at 10 o'clock, or maybe a little earlier than that, Kalamazoo Killer Bees from Michigan and Gromshells from California.
And Gromshells, they're also from Santa Cruz. That is I believe their A charter. If you thought bridges and recycling looked good in this game, which it did, that next game is going to be awesome.
Thank you all for coming down this morning. For those of you watching us online, still come on down to Salem, Oregon. Bring with you some allergy medication if you're allergic to grass seed. Got a high pollen count this morning. Still beautiful.
It is just going to get more and more beautiful throughout the day, and we have some amazing games coming up. So we are looking at, schedule-wise, 10 a.m., that's our next game, Kalamazoo Killer Bees versus Gromshells. And then at noon, we got Wasatch Assault versus Emerald City. They are right here in an Oregon team from Eugene, even from Emerald City. 2 p.m. Foxtails versus our very own Cherry Blossoms. 4 p.m. Mob City Misfits. That's the team you just saw in green is going to be skating against Wasatch Assault. That's the team that's going to be playing at noon. And then at 6 p.m. Kalamazoo Killer Bees versus Tomorrowland Phenomenauts.
We're your announcers, Machiavelli and Tiny Tank.
Or the tank that is tiny. Or
Stick
tiny
around.
or tank.
Stick around for MVPs. Stick around for MVPs and photos. Our photographer for this first game is Lars. You can find photos of this game on L Gelfan on Instagram. I guess they're not doing MVPs or photos. That's fine with me. We're going to open the track up now for Killer Bees to warm up, along with Gromshells. They'll sort it out.
We're in an official timeout. Score is Santa Cruz 19, Killer Bees 0. And Gromshells are going to have a fairly significant blocker advantage coming into this jam with 4 blockers versus Killer Bees 2 blockers, 1 standing though. Annabelle Hardy through the outside, unscathed. Coming up already for their next cast. Princess Leia out, trying to get through on that initial, but that Gromshells wall was mighty hardy. Gromshells still with a pack advantage. Getting circled. 429, Liliana Bell is your lead jammer. 0816, that's Ragin' Ray. So close to making it out on the outside, but shut down by that Brace, who had that line covered by a little sniper action. Fierce Feline making their way to the penalty box for Killer Bees. So we're still looking at 5-on-3. Pack advantage to Gromshells. Gromshells treating that like a power jam. Just full-on offense. Number 19, Misconduct, gets hit to the inside on that one and actually takes out the Gromshells jammer on their way out of bounds. Princess Leia out on the line again for Killer Bees. We're gonna see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, couldn't help it. Claire Posey on the line for Gromshells. If nobody else was singing to that, I'm disappointed in you. Killer Bees making it slightly difficult there for Liliana, or Claire Posey. Goes through, gets 4 points, working on another pass. Princess Leia still working on that wall. They have still standing on that jammer line. That is a tough, tough wall. Ragin' Ray gonna be skating up against Autumn Gold. Gromshells surrounding Killer Bees. Almost like a hive action there. Ragin' Ray jumping over their own skater. Cleared it, and we have them out! Initial made by Killer Bees, Ragin' Ray. Gromshells jammer calling it off before they can capitalize on any of those points, but tell me you guys weren't excited for that. Misconduct. God, I just like saying that. Misconduct. On the line against number 20, Annabelle Hardy. Gromshells working their beehive action. Misconduct being brought back by 131, Ida Sears. Misconduct pulling some penalty action there. Makes their way to the penalty box. Annabelle Hardy calls it off after scoring a couple rounds of points. We are going to be starting this next jam with no blocker advantage for either side, but if I don't have to state the obvious, there is a jammer advantage for Gromshells. Offense coming from all sides. And Liliana Bell takes full advantage of that outside offense. Slaloming through the Killer Bees blockers. Not really able to wall up together, making it kind of like a ski slope slalom there. Liliana Bell making light work of that. 0-5, Olivia Cole. Fun fact, that's one of the numbers I skate under too, so I like it. Has a jammer advantage. Power jam, takes that inside offense and straight on through. Misconduct back on the track up against a powerful three-wall Gromshells. Liliana Bell scoring those 4 points, calling it off. We got Ragin' Ray on the line against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, Claire Posey. Nice little sweep on that inside from offense from Gromshells. Oh, looks like Ragin' Ray nearly made it out on that initial, but got shut down on the inside right at the front of the pack. Killer Bees gonna have a timeout, gonna have a little chit chat, a little breaky break. Gromshells got their cheering squad, Freaky Fridays. One of the things about Derby is that we can't do it without our skating officials and our volunteers, including our medics, those folks that you see that are running out, taping the track, our non-skating officials making the game run smoothly, and our skating officials. Speaking of officials, who do we have for this game? We've got Myth, Dr. Boom, Flip, Cersei, Q, Skirt Cobain, Ghost H, Punky Bruiser, Babe, Romp, Arson Crafts, Kiss Off, Radar, Pop-Tart, Agent Orange, Wandoff, Texas, and Rolla Crayola. Gromshells jammer out front, trying to get through for an initial, but pulled back, all the way back by 187. Gromshells jammer does get lead, and skirting right around the outside past a couple of the blockers. Gets their 4 points and calls it off. for that pass. Right now, we are sitting at 17 minutes left of the period. Santa Cruz is 65, Killer Bees 0. But we are working on that. Killer Bees working real hard. Those are some hard walls that Gromshells are putting out there. We're going to see Misconduct on the line for this jam. All right, so if you're streaming, you've got your scores up now. We are right now in an official timeout. The officials are officialing in the center, very officially. You can see that they're very locked in and tracking officially. Right, looks like the officialing is unofficially breaking apart.
All right, we have Annabelle Hardy lined up, jamming for Santa Cruz, and Misconduct jamming for the Killer Bees. Annabelle Hardy making it out with a quick lead on that inside line, coming back into the pack for a scoring pass, engaging with that Killer Bees defense, splitting apart that wall, managing to make it through on that outside line, picking up another 4 points for Santa Cruz, and that is the jam. For anyone wondering about the unfamiliar voice, I came in a little bit late, but my name is Breakcheck, and I'll be your co-announcer.
I didn't tell you who I was, but if people don't already know, I'm Tiny Tank. I'm here all weekend. Today's the last day.
We are so excited to announce the finale of the Pedal to the Metal event. It has been some incredible action this weekend, and we are excited to wrap it up.
We're gonna see Ragin' Ray, it looks like, on the line again. Killer Bees, number 22. Monster in action. That is your pack for the start of this next jam.
4-2-1.
Yeah, we are going to follow 22 because that is where the pack is. That's the only blocker right now for Killer Bees.
Ragin' Ray making a little bit of foreground, working with that sole blocker on solely offense. There's not much defense to be had when you have one blocker on the track.
We're gonna need one of our officials, our medics probably, to pop on over to the Killer Bees side.
All right, our medics are assessing a situation and providing appropriate aid for a skater.
They're going to go ahead and assess that, and while they're doing so, if you have a chance to go grab some food or some coffee, now is probably a good time to do that.
will say though, from like a on-track perspective, I was at least skirmishing this a couple times. But it was just
Oh yeah. I mean, they are like directional like fucking crazy. But like, if you want, that's why the medics walk. They don't run.
looks like we have number 000, Princess Leia out, lining up for the Killer Bees. Number 05, Olivia Cole for Santa Cruz.
And Killer Bees with 2 blockers on the track now.
Slowly creeping back up to that 4-player count. There is a Santa Cruz blocker in the box, so it is 2-2-3 out there. 0-5 engaging with that Killer Bees defense, pushing them up the track and splitting right down the middle, picking up lead on that outside line for Santa Cruz. Princess Leia out, still fighting through that Santa Cruz defense, shoved to that outside line and recycled, now pushing to the middle.
And the Killer Bees, half of the penalty box is now clear right before the whistle. So they've got all 4.
They are back to operating at full capacity. We have Ms. Conduct, number 19, lining up for the Killer Bees. And 1, 2, 3, 4, Claire Posey lining up for Santa Cruz.
If you're not singing that out by the end of this game, there's something seriously wrong with you.
1, 2, 3, 4, making it out with a lead pass for Santa Cruz, sliding through that cleared inside line. There is some incredibly coordinated offense coming from Santa Cruz. Looks like Claire Posey took a hit from Killer Bees defense, but is now back up, locked in with that Killer Bees wall. Manages to slide through on that outside line, breaking through that defense. Killer Bees switching into a more offensive strategy as they try to break apart that Santa Cruz defense. Trying to clear the way for Misconduct to get that initial pass, and the jam is off with another 4 points for Santa Cruz, putting us at 85-0.
If you are following on our stream, we've got Santa Cruz sitting at 85 points. Killer Bees still at 0. Still working on getting some points on the board. Princess Layout is on the line.
And number 42, Autumn Gold. Both jammers going to the inside line. Autumn Gold splits to that outside, takes that open lane 3 and 4, picks up lead for Santa Cruz. Princess Layout still caught in that heavy Santa Cruz defense, but Killer Bees is trying to break apart that pack, trying to open up those holes. Princess Layout knocked out on that outside line and brought to the back of the pack. Santa Cruz blockers reformed that defense in the back of the pack, and they are not letting anything through, just locking down that jammer. Meanwhile, Autumn Gold strings out that pack to the top of the pack and manages to slip out, scoring 4 points.
Right at the same moment, there was a beautiful star pass just before Princess Layout got hit out to the out of bounds, passed the star off to the front.
It's a good tool in these really tough defensive games. Jammers are going to get tired really fast, and passing that cap can mean all the difference in these tight jams.
Number 19 versus number 20. So Misconduct going up against your lead jammer, Annabelle Hardy.
And that open outside line proves to be the lead pass for Annabelle Hardy, picking up another lead for Santa Cruz, coming into that Killer Bees offense and once again slicing right through, picking up 4. With Santa Cruz defense still holding strong, we have 0-0-0 Princess Layout back out for the Killer Bees.
Not much of a break for them in between.
No, this is a tiring game even to watch. Number 429, the Annabelle lined up for Santa Cruz. with a little bit of evasive action, some quick jukes. 429 manages to open up that Killer Bees defense and string out to the front of the pack, picking up lead. Meanwhile, Princess Layout is brought to the back of the pack by 350 on Santa Cruz as the defense reforms. They take that inside line and almost make that jump, but are brought down on that inside line.
Fun idea. We love jumps. Jumps are fun.
I think I said yesterday that you don't jump to win, you jump to gamble. And that's coming from a guy who loves jumping.
That is so true. Misconduct for Killer Bees on the line. And 0-5, Olivia Cole.
Misconduct immediately locked down by that strong Santa Cruz defense as Olivia Cole gets that initial pass. But it looks like Killer Bees are managing to split up that Santa Cruz wall quite a bit as Misconduct makes some space. Progressing up the track, gets hit out on that outside line and brought to the back.
Yeah, they did a bit of a hornet's nest that time.
Yeah, that was a mix-up of a jam. Most of the blockers getting scrambled. Not really a solid wall to be seen. Seemed to work in Killer Bees' benefit. Good strategy against a tight formed defense is to split them up.
All right, we're seeing Claire Posey on the line against Ragin' Ray. Ragin' Ray is just going to take on where Claire's going.
Some impressive power from Ragin' Ray as they force up that Santa Cruz defense. They are hit out on that outside line, and they are recycled to the back of the pack by Santa Cruz pivots. Claire Posey.
Brandon.
Claire Posey picking up lead already on that scoring pass. Dances around that outside line with a spin. Picks up 4 points for Santa Cruz.
And Santa Cruz has hit the 100 mark. They are at 104, 104 points versus the Killer Bees still trying to get some points on the board.
Number 42, Autumn Gold lined up for Santa Cruz. Number 000, Princess Layout making a return. An interesting widespread defense from Killer Bees here as they stretch their blockers out over the length of the track. Doesn't seem like it's enough to stop Autumn Gold picking up lead. Princess Layout held in the back by that strong defense, tries to dance around on that outside line, and it is unfortunately not going to work out as they hit out to the outside. Another 4 points.
Princess Layout just getting stuck behind that wall. If you noticed off of the jam line, that crisscross pattern that happened, and number 42, Autumn Gold, just breezed right through the middle from that crisscross from offense. That was a two-person offensive.
Yeah, that was a coordinated effort with the power of a four-person offense. I got to give it to those blockers out there.
There's Annabelle Hardy on the board, or on the line again for Gromshells.
One blocker in the box for both teams. It's 3-3 on the track. Annabelle Hardy making it out with the lead pass on that outside line. Misconduct getting hit out on the inside once again by 350. That Santa Cruz defense reforms, and the Killer Bees are looking to play a little bit of coordinated offense, putting that wall up.
Got a wall up for that jammer coming through. Annabelle Hardy likes to slice right through the middle. Takes the brace out. Now calling the jam.
Something we've been seeing, I got to say, with these Santa Cruz jammers is they carry their momentum pretty heavily from their laps coming into the pack, using that speed to split right through their defense.
Ragin' Ray on the jammer line.
And Liliana Bell lining up for Santa Cruz.
Looks like Killer Bees wants that front wall this time. See if it makes a difference. Ragin' Ray holding on to their offense, trying to get a little bit of help through. Doesn't quite work out.
Some impressive lateral movement from the Santa Cruz wall, holding Ragin' Ray pretty steadily as they try to dance around on the inside and outside. Looks like a star pass has occurred.
Ragin' Ray doing some offense, just smashing hit after hit after hit to help that jammer. Love seeing that. You pass the star and you just start hitting immediately and keep on hitting till your jammer gets through. That was amazing.
Yeah, the best players in the sport are the ones that can switch it up at any moment and adapt to the roles that their team needs, and that's really valuable for a jammer, especially after a star pass.
Yeah, that was a lot of help. Unfortunately, they weren't still able to get points on the board, but, I mean, it looked really, really awesome.
I mean, this is a tough game. They are putting up a tremendous effort, and I am loving the power I'm seeing here.
Gromshells jammer trying to put the
And that is Lee Jam.
lead jam for Princess Leia out.
First of the game for the Killer Bees, coming around for a scoring pass.
They're gonna get on the board. I feel it. I feel
think
it.
they might.
1 point will be 2. That's a hip. That's not calling it. Going for more. Going for more. That's 3.
Slice through the defense on that inside line, slowly pushing up that Santa Cruz wall, managing to make some space on the track. And the jam is called.
Lots of extra energy on that one.
That is 4
points for Killer Bees. Heavy workload for Princess Leia out on that one, but totally worth it.
That was an impressive jam, I gotta say.
Misconduct up against Claire Posey. Claire Posey out for lead, taking advantage of that little crisscross pattern again, getting the 2 offense.
Coming into the pack and hitting an impressive spin around that Killer Bees defense on that outside line, picking up another 4 points. We're seeing a lot of agility from these Santa Cruz jammers. Doesn't seem like they were in much of a hurry at the end of that jam there.
Yeah, all right, so we've got 128 for Santa Cruz, 4 Killer Bees. I feel like the one thing that really changed up, Killer Bees took a front wall on one of those. I think that might have been the one that worked out.
I think so. They've been trying out a few different styles of defense, switching from front to back, close to open, sometimes spreading out over the whole track. And I don't blame them. At this point in the game, it's a moment for experimentation and growing your skills as a team.
Princess Leia out on the line against Annabelle Hardy. Annabelle Hardy through, no problem.
Lead jammer picked up for Santa Cruz. Killer Bees once again trying to break up that Santa Cruz defense. Princess Leia out, coming back into the pack, taking that inside line, and there was some effective O for a second there from Killer Bees. Looks like they're really trying to fight for that space. Using that inside sweep to try and get a little bit of traction. The Santa Cruz blockers are tough, but this jammer is willing to fight for it. Once again, Santa Cruz jammer's not looking to care that much about the jam.
They're just killing some time till they get to the half.
Yeah, we are at 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the half.
So it's what's likely happening. We have sudden scoring that happens if there's a 150-point deficit. So it looks like they're probably just not trying to pile on those points. We'll probably see that change in the second half like we did yesterday.
I do see the strategy. Number 429 manages to make it out on that outside line, picking up what may be the only pass for this game for Santa Cruz. Never mind, they are going for that scoring pass, splitting through the middle of that Killer Bees defense, picking up another 4 points for the Groms. And there it is.
Take their time. Mad Cow struggling with that 3-wall. Blocker gets hit out by offense. Unfortunately, the jammer was stuck in there and also got hit out.
Riveting gameplay out there on the track.
1:40 to 4, minute and 15 seconds left on the period clock.
Number 414, Slam I Am, lining up for the Killer Bees.
If we could get just a quick medic over to the Killer Bee side again, that would be great.
.414 fighting in the middle with that Santa Cruz defense. Gets a swift O from Killer Bees O. Managed to crack open that wall slightly, and a little bit of ground is gained as Slam I Am continues to fight through that gauntlet of a defense.
Misconduct trying to throw some O in there. Getting brushed off quite a bit, though.
Once again, brought on that outside line, but they are not done fighting. The cap is off, and it looks like Killer Bees are reforming for a defensive play, letting off their pivot to play a little bit of offense.
Looks like we had a split pack there. Not supposed to keep hitting when there's a split pack. I hear a whistle. Sounds like somebody's probably going to go to the box starting in the second period for that.
I think you might be right. Speaking of, we are now in intermission, folks.
So during intermission, please keep in mind if somebody has a shirt on it that says official, or they're wearing stripes, or they're wearing wheels on their feet, give them priority in the bathrooms. We do have porta potties outside, so go use those because they're not going to be able to navigate those ones. So if you see another skater, if you see an official, let them have priority because they have 15 minutes and they have to be back. Less than 15 minutes. You've got the whole game to use the restroom.
Also, remember, we got Susie's Taqueria out in the back.
Well, that was yesterday. Today, we've got So Cheesy.
Well, would you look at that?
We also have coffee out there. By golly, I can't remember the name of the cart, but holy smokes, it's amazing coffee.
It'll be a surprise for you guys, but, you know, we always bring good food.
We like our food here in Salem. All right, we're going to take a break. See you back here for Derby in about 13 minutes. our 1 minute to Derby.
All right, we have number 20 lining up for Santa Cruz. Number 000, Princess Slay Out, lining up for the Killer Bees. All right, and the half is officially back on. Let's get back in gear for some derby action. Looks like some jammer on jammer defense there for a second as Killer Bees wraps around that Santa Cruz defense, trying to open up that gap. Princess Slay Out hit out and manages to get back in, but is hit out once again and brought to the back of the pack. Meanwhile, Santa Cruz Jammer picks up lead. And an impressive jump from Princess Slay Out, picking up that initial pass. Some great power there as the Killer Bees reform their defense. All right. Another 4 points, Santa Cruz. We have number 429 lined up for Santa Cruz. Number 0816, Ragin' Ray, lining up for the Killer Bees. Ragin' Ray fighting through that back line. Santa Cruz defense. Leanna Bell pushing through the top line of Killer Bees defense, trying to split them apart, manages to pick up lead. Looks like there's going to be an offensive attempt from the Killer Bees. And they do manage to split up that Santa Cruz wall quite a bit. Some powerful O going on there. Another 4 points picked up by Liliana Bell. And it looks like Santa Cruz Jammer is in the box, so this will be a power jam for the Killer Bees. This is their moment to shine. Jammer is recycled to the back of the pack as Killer Bees forms around, trying to do some offense, full team offense in this power jam situation. There is not much else for them to do. This is their pass to win. Mad Cow jamming after a star pass, putting out some impressive power there on the track. Santa Cruz Jammer has returned. Killer Bees defense fighting that jammer at the top of the pack. And another 4 points to Santa Cruz. 10-17 Mad Cow brought back once again, but they are not giving up. 8-16. Ragin' Ray looking to play some O. Having retired the jammer cap this round, they are looking to provide some other support to their team. Another 4 points to Santa Cruz. And a little bit of disruption play from the Killer Bees there, trying to break up that Santa Cruz wall. Liliana Bell fighting at the top of the pack. Another 4 points for Santa Cruz. And the jam is off. We got number 19, Misconduct, lining up for the Killer Bees. Hey, out of curiosity, who out there is here to support the Bees? Can I hear some noise? All right. Number 05, Olivia Cole, lined up for Santa Cruz. And it is a power start for Santa Cruz with Mad Cow starting in the box. Number 22 on the Killer Bees returning to the track as the Killer Bees defense is analyzing the track, trying to figure out the next best move. Seems like there's a little bit of a split up happening, but Killer Bees are trying to reform. Another 4 points. A Groms blocker in the box now, as it is 4-3. 4 blockers on the track. Killer Bees to Santa Cruz. Mad Cow re-entering that pack with some impressive force there, splitting apart Santa Cruz defense, pushing to the top of the pack. And a little bit of offense from the rest of Killer Bees defense. Mad Cow is recycled to the back of the pack. Another 4 points to Santa Cruz. And Mad Cow is out. Fighting through that last bit of that wall as Santa Cruz blockers have reformed at the top of the wall. And that is a recycle, unfortunately, for Mad Cow. And a power jam situation for the Killer Bees. Santa Cruz jammer in the box. Mad Cow once again fighting his way through that Santa Cruz defense with the help of that Killer Bees offense. Tremendous power being shown here out on the track. And the jam is off with Santa Cruz jammer in the box. This will be a power jam, a power start for the Killer Bees. All right, it looks like we are in official review. All right, we have number 000. Princess Leia out, lining up for the Killer Bees. This is a power start situation for the Killer Bees. The first few seconds of this jam are the most important for plays like this. Killer Bees offense wrapping around that Santa Cruz defense as Santa Cruz tries to speed up that pack to gain a little bit of distance. And a power start is void as Olivia Cole re-enters the engagement zone. Killer Bees locking around that jammer at the back of the pack. Heavy defense there as Princess Leia continues to fight through that pack, and a hole opens up on that inside lane, and they are through. Princess Leia on that initial pass, and a call has been called. A cut call has been called on Princess Leia, putting Santa Cruz in a power jam. Another Killer Bees blocker to the box. And Olivia Cole makes it out with another 4 points. Olivia Cole splitting through the middle of that Killer Bees defense, picking up another 4 points. Killer Bees wall locking down on that jammer at the front of the pack. Some steady defense. A little bit of from Santa Cruz. Splits open that Killer Bees defense. Another 4 points for Santa Cruz. And Princess Leia out, back on the track, fighting through that Santa Cruz defense. A coordinated offense sweep from Killer Bees opens up a couple holes. Another call on Killer Bees jammer. Some solid Killer Bees defense up at the top of the pack, and the jam is called off. Killer Bees jammer in the box. Power start for Santa Cruz. One, two, three, four. Claire Posey out for Santa Cruz. And some coordinated offense there from Santa Cruz. Claire Posey picking up lead for the Gromshells. Killer Bees split up by that Santa Cruz offense trying to reform. So jammer comes in. Fortunately not in time to stop Claire Posey. 4 points for the Gromshells. Santa Cruz reforms defense at the back of the pack. A little bit of offense from Killer Bees as Princess Leia re-enters the track. Killer Bees manages to deflect that Santa Cruz jammer on the inside line. Princess Leia brought to the back of the pack, still fighting through that Santa Cruz defense. Get a little bit of offensive assistance from their blockers. Some holes are open in the Santa Cruz defense as Killer Bees wraps around that wall. Fortunately, Rage and Ray now jamming after a star pass is brought to the back of the pack. And with that inside line open, they manage to leap across the entire length of that Santa Cruz defense as they continue to fight through those blockers at the top of the pack. Hit back and brought out on the outside line, drawn to the back of the pack by the Gromshells. .816, Rage and Ray fighting at the back of that Santa Cruz defense. Another 4 points for Santa Cruz. Number 1515, the Iron Maiden lined up for the Killer Bees. I don't think we've seen this jammer before. Fighting on that outside line, trying to get past that Gromshells defense, gets hit down and brought back on the back of the pack. But they are not done fighting through this defense today. Moving from the in to the out, trying to juke open a hole in that Santa Cruz defense. Patience is key in these tough defensive games. They are showing a lot of patience as their team rolls back, trying to coordinate an offensive play. An outside sweep from Killer Bees offense. Santa Cruz is able to reform around. Killer Bees reforms defense at the top of the pack, trapping Autumn Gold. Manages to split through that defense, picking up 4 points. Iron Maiden still fighting through that backline Gromshells defense, slowly but surely picking up a little bit of ground. Iron Maiden still pushing in the back of the pack, possibly looking to do a star pass as Killer Bees once again reform for that offensive attempt. Autumn Gold juking out that Killer Bees defense, picking up another 4 points for Santa Cruz. Killer Bees defense manages to deflect Autumn Gold for a moment. 2 Killer Bees blockers in the box. Number 807, Sparkles of Doom. Maybe another first-time jammer for the Killer Bees. They seem to be switching up their strategy a little bit, and I'm excited to see these new players enter the track. We got 2 blockers out on the track for the Killer Bees, so they are going to have to put it into overtime in this jam. We're seeing some offense attempts from Killer Bees pivot 4-1-4 as Sparkles of Doom continues to fight through that Killer Bees wall, trying to open any cracks they can. Brought to the back of the pack, but they are going to keep pushing through. And that is a star pass to 4-1-4. Slam I Am jamming now for the Killer Bees. A little bit of leeway made up there as the Killer Bees offense splits open that Santa Cruz wall. Killer Bees defense putting up a great fight there at the top of the pack, holding back Annabelle Hardy, bridging out their defense as to avoid going out of bounds. Another 4 points to Santa Cruz. Slam I Am still fighting for survival at the back of the pack. Some incredible endurance from these Killer Bees jammers. A Killer Bee blocker in the box, putting us at 3-4.
Annabelle Hardy, a little bit of a spin leg to get around the outside and then straight through. For another 4. Annabelle Hardy with 32 points on that jam.
Number 429, Liliana Bell lining up for Santa Cruz. And it looks like we are in a team timeout.
Killer Bees using one of their timeouts.
They definitely deserve it. They have put up an incredible show of endurance this game.
Not an easy team to play, as we saw yesterday. It is a machine that the Bees are up against today. Any points on the board is a win, though. Let me tell you, those are hard fought and well earned. All right, Gromshells are ready to go, looks like, and we're going to see 429, Liliana Bell as your jammer. At least they're wearing the star at this point.
1 Killer Bees blocker still in the box.
you're looking to buy or sell a real estate in the near future, skate into your new home with our very own Bubbles, aka Jennifer. I always say Lebu.
I think that's right.
No, I think I'm messing it up. But Bubbles is with Mark Atkinson Real Estate Incorporated. They are a sponsor for Cherry City, so they help keep our doors and our beautiful venue open. While we're talking about sponsors, did you know that you can skate right here at the Madhouse? Yeah, you people in the crowd, those people that aren't wearing wheels on your feet right now, you can skate right here in the Madhouse. Join Travel and Wheels on Friday nights for their open skate events from 7:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. Check out travelandwheels.com for more information. Be sure to ask about their birthday packages. And if you forgot that website or the name of that sponsor, all you got to do is look behind you. That big sign that says food and drink, right next to it is the Travel and Wheels poster. Looks like that is gonna be game. Final score, Santa Cruz 286, Killer Bees with 4 on the board. 4 very hard fought points. And that was Princess Layout. That was an amazing jam. So if you're in the crowd, go ahead and line up around the track for some high fives.
Round of applause for your winning team, the Gromshells.
Go Gromshells! Great game, Gromshells.
And give it up for the Killer Bees. Fantastic performance today.
Killer Bees.
A fantastic game to watch today. Thank you all for coming, supporting these two teams.
And for supporting Juniors Roller Derby in general. Hey, speaking of supporting Juniors Roller Derby, there's a snack booth in the back. They have snacks. They have Cherry City merchandise. They have Petal to the Metal merchandise from previous years back as well. Or you can get a nice drink or a snack right in the back area at the Cherry Blossom snack booth. All of the funds from that gets raised goes towards our juniors program, helps them to be able to play and travel.
That's right. It is a valuable donation, and we really appreciate all the support. Though, speaking of support, if you'd like to stay around for any future games, we have coming up 12 p.m. Wasatch Assaults versus Emerald City. 2 p.m. Foxtails versus Cherry Blossoms. 4 p.m. Mob City Misfits versus Wasatch Assaults. And finally, our last game of the night.